Morning, how's everyone going? My name's DeadRon, I'm an Australian VTuber, and today I'm taking you through my speed build of my first time ever building an apartment in The Sims 4. So because this is my first apartment, I've decided to build this as a single bedroom starter apartment, the sort of apartment that would be someone's first apartment. So I did learn a lot. I was hoping you might be able to turn the external walls into a fence in order to allow a balcony, but unfortunately that doesn't work. I've split this into 3 separate rooms, a bedroom, bathroom, and then a combined living space comprising the kitchen, dining area, lounge room, and a study nook. It's effectively sectioned into 3 areas, being the kitchen, the living area, and the study nook. I've tended to go with rather plain items, very cheap and very basic colours with a general wood theme. I did have to increase the size of the bathroom over what I'd initially planned due to access, so this build is entirely functional. I did test it after the build to see that yes, everything is accessible, everything works. The bathroom has a fairly simple layout, cheap sink, cheap toilet, cheap shower, single poster, and a medicine cabinet / mirror. The bedroom has a bed on a flat slat or flat plank, I guess you call it, our base maybe. And over here in the study, once again, we continue the wood theme with a cheap computer, a wall-mounted bookshelf, and a basic office chair that you'd pick up secondhand literally anywhere. The kitchen has once again, very cheap items. I did add a little clutter towards the end of the stream, and I've placed the dining area out of the way so that there's a lot of open space in this build. I like building in a manner that reflects reality. I feel like this is a fairly realistic layout for this style of build, and it certainly looks like the sort of thing a uni student or someone who's just started their first full-time job might live in. I've also tried to add a few skill items for gameplay. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to upload this to the gallery. I found out that apparently you're not able to upload apartments to the gallery. I will look into adding it as a room, however I haven't looked into that yet. Okay, I've once again tried to include every required functional item, and I've included quite a few skill items. So that's a sketch pad for increasing your artistic skill or painting. I've tried to decorate it in a very neutral manner. I feel like this would fit most sort of Sims that you'd have living in this style of apartment. And I've tried to leave some budget. I believe this came to about 17 or 18 grand lot value. I know that apartments are priced differently, but I used the 20 grand of a house as a bit of an indication of what I was aiming for. And now you can just see me adding a bit of clutter, trying to liven it up. It is one thing I always struggle with. How much clutter do you want in a build that's not intended for a specific sim? Obviously, if you're not planning on ever playing in it, that's one thing. But if you are going to be playing it in it, do you want it pre-fitted to look nice, or do you want to leave your sort of personal items very blank in order, or very, yeah, I guess leave out personal items so that you can fit to whatever sim you do happen to put in there. So now we're just having a final tour of the build. You can see here our 3 rooms. As we enter through the front door, you're immediately entering a open plan living area. This little study nook. Clearly someone's been hard at work on their notepad. Through here, coffee table for when you're entertaining, and you can obviously pull up a couple of the dining chairs beside it if you've got more than one guest. Got a basic kitchen setup with your pots and pans, all your knives, all that. Mirror to check yourself out because there isn't a lot of space in the bedroom for that. I decided to include a coffee machine. I generally forget that those exist. I don't do a ton of small appliances here in The Sims 4. I should change that. Clearly a bit of a hipster. They've got a record player on the kitchen counter. And here we have our small bathroom. Like I said, a single poster on the wall and otherwise quite basic. We've got our toilet paper, cheap shower, cheap toilet, cheap sink. And through here we have the bedroom. Once again set up for a sort of young single sim, sort of uni student or person just got their first full-time job. Little dresser which does work in game. They sort of stand at the side of it. And just some cheap furniture to get you started in life. So I hope you've enjoyed this tour of my first ever time building an apartment in The Sims 4. I stream on Twitch at DeadRon_ and at YouTube as DeadRon. I'm a multi-streamer. I go live 4 nights a week with occasional additional streams. I really appreciate it if you can give a follow, give a like, and I hope to see you next time.